This Ag Vision program is made possible through the generous support of Syngenta Seeds NK brand, the results you need, the freedom to choose. And by Farms.com, ag news, market prices, ag careers, and farm real estate. You'll find it all at Farms.com. Welcome to Ag Vision. I'm Kevin Stewart. On the show today, you'll meet a young farming couple from Manitoba who say that BSE has been the single greatest factor changing their farm management style. Maybe no big surprise there, especially if you're a beef producer. However, Lyndon and Laura Lee Beswetherick also admit that the change BSE forced upon them has made them a better farm operation today. This young couple, who were named Outstanding Young Farmers for Manitoba back in 2003, say it's all about record keeping. Traveling about 10 miles southwest of Austin, Manitoba, you'll find the B2Cattle Co. It's the business and the life of Lyndon and Laura Lee Beswetherick, along with their 3 girls. B2Cattle Co. consists of 3 enterprises: a cow-calf operation, a backgrounding feedlot, and a grain business. Their emphasis is on record keeping, and it became a market strategy. They kept a full slate of records of feed and treatments for all the animals in the feedlot. At the time, it commanded premiums for cattle marketed. Then in 2003, BSE hit.
Yeah, actually it's changed. It's changed a lot in respect of, especially on the beef side, we've gone to more, I guess what they talk about, this holistic management. And we're sort of going that direction and making the cows do more of the work and cutting back on inputs and machinery and use up waste. Like we fenced all our grain land in now pretty well so that all our cattle can fall graze. So we're trying to basically get 2 crops out of 1 year. Mm-hmm. Then using that manure to cut our inputs on the grain side as well. So that would be probably some of our biggest changes. Mm-hmm.
And I think on the grain side too, you're doing more not organic, natural farming, again along the holistic side, but using the crops, the crop rotations to put the nutrients in, and just doing a little top up if we have to, and that sort of thing. So trying new techniques, and we've gone to straight zero till. And and that's increased yields phenomenal. Yeah, on certain blocks of land. 2003
also had a bit of a silver lining for the Beswethericks. They were named Outstanding Young Farmers for Manitoba, primarily because of their approach to record keeping.
Our record keeping was a big thing. Now it's kind of mandated from the government that everybody keeps certain types of records, but we were already keeping those type of records and above and beyond that. Back then, we had a program custom made for our operation on the cattle record keeping side of things. Before BSE, we were able to present a group of our cattle with records to a potential buyer and get a higher price for them. So we were putting forward money, or putting out money to get more money. Unfortunately, now with BSE and all of that being mandated, you have to put out that money. If you don't put out the money, you get docked. A lot of other farmers did it at the time, especially in purebred operations, but we weren't purebred at all. We're strictly commercial.
The other thing is we were willing to change and to step out and take risk. What another thing, because we were in the dairy and then we sold the dairy, and when we went into more grain, and we weren't scared of stepping out.
Because you're giving up that guaranteed monthly income into the unknown, and can be a little scary some months.
What do you mean you weren't scared? You weren't scared out of your mind.
We were good until BSE hit.
Yeah, we had about 3 good months, and then
record keeping wasn't the only management change that resulted from BSE. In 2003, they decided to reduce their risk, diversify a bit. They started an on-farm store, initially as an attempt to market their beef. It was an idea that would grow. then move into the nearby town of McGregor, and finally change into the Bison Boutique Flower and Gift Store.
So basically what we were doing was we were marketing about 10% of the herd through the freezer, mostly into Winnipeg, that sort of thing. And with that, with the permit that we got, basically it was a grocery store permit from our inspector. And so then we started buying in other made in Manitoba products, mostly food products that were produced, processed, and packaged right on the farms. And then that kind of evolved into doing a lot of gift baskets. Well, the store that we had on the farm was, it had a weigh table and a packing table in the freezers, and that's all that it was converted for, and we just didn't have room. So the opportunity came up to purchase a building in McGregor. And my background, my formal education, I'm an interior designer, so we were able to incorporate, so we started off basically highlighting the Made in Manitoba products, and expanded the Manitoba products when we went to the retail outlet as well. And then now it's just, that's still a big focus of ours, and a big seller of ours is the Manitoba products, but we do, flowers and giftware and home decor and everything else. So.
Their goal is to make a farming enterprise that is, on its own merits, profitable, not a business that relies on the downturn of markets for another sector in order to make another commodity succeed. Lyndon feels very strongly that management and understanding your strengths and weaknesses will make or break any business.
One, knowing your economic advantage in the area, like the way I see it anyway, every area has an economic advantage, and when you know that, then I think if you can build on that, it can improve things greatly. And we're big on setting goals,
writing them down
and setting goals,
and crossing them off when you've done them.
Yeah. I think that makes since we started doing that, that's made a big difference too, because it keeps you focused. And then you seem to meet those then. You do. And I
think research on different crops. Lyndon is constantly looking for new crops, new benefits of already existing crops and that sort of thing. And his crop rotation or what he's going to plant that year is constantly changing until it's in the ground, just to suit, to a certain degree, not all of it, but to suit, different things. For example, growing peas this year. Now, not necessarily growing the peas to harvest peas, but growing the peas mixed in with other crops to provide nitrogen into the crops. And so then we have to purchase less inputs that way and that sort of thing. And researching the markets all the time.
Well, it's something I've always wanted to do my whole life. I take it, I enjoy the challenge, and I just love doing it. I've always wanted to own a business, and now I have one, and it's where can you do what you love doing and make a living at it? So.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And the girls wouldn't trade it for anything. No. They have their horses, they have their cats and their dogs and their cows. They each, name the cows. Well, if we can find a craft place. Myself with the store and Lyndon on the farm here are very busy with our businesses. We try and get the kids involved when we can. That way we do have our family time. Even if it's riding the combine with Dad, or we'll all go out and check the cattle together. Those are our family outings, sort of thing. And it may sound corny to some people, but you go, you check the cattle, the girls pack a picnic, and they're all excited. So if they like that, then that's great, and to get them to be involved in the farm in those small ways is really good.